warping, tree sap, sun damage, fading, and oxidation, and hard water stains. And Permaplate's warranty is second to none. Should cover damage occur to your vehicle, they will repair or replace the area at no cost. Permaplate now available only at Prices Incorporated in Princeton.
Welcome everybody to Lady Tiger Soccer on 103.3 1580 WPKY. We're sorry for the technical difficulties tonight. We're here at Butler Stadium. Lady Tigers taking on the Ohio County Lady Eagles. And we see how far we are into this game. They've moved the scoreboard since the last time we were here. Ryan Frisch with me tonight calling the action. We're about halfway through this first half. Caldwell County leads this one 1-0. A goal by Kaylee McEnany off the assist from Lainey Fletcher as the Lady Tigers out in front. Caldwell County doing a good job working the ball up front. The defense is kind of keeping an eye on number 9, Ryan. We're not sure if we were on during the pregame to talk about their star player, but they have a freshman in Ohio County that's put up 30 goals on the season, and the young lady's name is Carly Embry, a freshman, number 9. That's one Caldwell County is going to have to keep an eye on. Also, number 13, Ivy Johnson, a senior, leads the team in assists and second in scoring. So those two players can't get lost in that Caldwell County defense. But so far, Caldwell County playing a great game.
They are so far, and Caldwell on the attack's been very good as well. They've had two wonderful chances. One ended up with a goal, and the other one a wonderful save from the goalkeeper. So Caldwell County, I think they won't have a tough time dissecting the defense of Ohio County this entire game.
Lady Tigers doing a good job so far putting the pressure on the Ohio County defense, especially number 4, Pookie Traylor. She really made that defense for Ohio County work with her hustle from the opening kick. Trip in the middle on Maggie again. It's going to be Caldwell County free kick just inside the midfield circle on the defense side.
I love the intensity from Caldwell County so far. Alyssa Traylor has been causing so many problems for that Ohio County backline just by how quick she is and how hard working she's been so far in this first half.
And also some great play tonight already from Becca Seibert. She's put a foot on the ball several times tonight. Starting to get a little bit physical as we get about halfway through this first half. That one's going to be called against Caldwell County. I'm not sure. Maggie again is trying to plead her case, but I'm not sure what the call was. Either way, it didn't look like a lot of contact, but it's going to come up with a Lady Eagle free kick from just across the midfield stripe.
It looked like Maggie there took a hit from behind. I don't really think she knew what was going on. Like you said, not too much contact in it, but a tough call there for Caldwell County.
Right, one thing we've seen is number 13, Ivy Johnson, a senior. She put a left-footed shot there. Nice stop by the new keeper tonight, Abby Hagens, for Caldwell County. But number 13 is wherever the ball's at. She really gets to it quick, and she's an excellent passer we've seen already tonight.
Yeah, she's been a wonderful number 10 so far, and looking at her stats, I believe she had 14 goals and 17 assists to go with it. So she's pretty much their number 10. She's on everything on the attack. I think she's touched the ball more than anybody tonight.
Caldwell County left the ball open just outside the box. Shot on goal is going to be wide left, and it'll be a goal kick for the Lady Tigers.
And so far, we were just talking about how good of a creator number 13, Ivy Elizabeth, is for Ohio County. I think they'll probably have to watch her just as much, if not more, than the freshman Carly Embry. As much input as she puts on the passes through and goals scored.
Lucy Gargoffinet comes up, forces the issue, gets Caldwell County the ball at midfield, pass through to Goffinet's going to roll out of bounds, led just a little bit too much.
That was a good outside run there, but you stopped. And you finished the run on the line.
So it'll be a throw-in for Ohio County, where we used to say the scoreboard in. Scoreboard now located just beside the press box, although we don't have the luxury of seeing the scoreboard from our vantage point. Nice new scoreboard here at Butler Stadium.
It's a very nice scoreboard. It just sucks that we got to see the backside of it the entire time.
Yeah, we're kind of on the iPhone stopwatch and the ink pen scoreboard right now.
But Caldwell County, again, I think it might not be a game that they can possess the ball and win the game with. It might be more of a counterattack game. Alyssa Traylor, as fast as she is, she can create problems all night long, especially the more and more that Ohio County backline gets tired. She really doesn't. It doesn't seem like she gets tired at all, so she could cause problems this entire game.
Ball back up again at midfield, again working hard, double teamed. Number 9, Embry, comes up with a steal, taken away by Fletcher on a nice play. Fletcher hits the ground. Call's going to go Caldwell County's way as she's tripped just inside the offensive side of the field.
Footing could be a problem tonight, too, as wet as the field is, the ball will skip a little more. Play will be really fast, but there could be a lot of free kicks just because if you're hit with a tackle that you might normally have balance on, you might just hit the ground just because you can't get your footing.
And we want to give a shout out to our old buddy Joe Mack for helping us out and letting us know what it sounded like and the stream looked like as we were working out some technical difficulties. So thank you, Joe Mack, for your assistance here tonight. Hopefully everything's going on as it should be right now. Big goal kick from Ohio County all the way out to midfield. First touch by number 13, Johnson, but taking it away, Pookie Traylor puts it towards the middle. Triple teamed is McEnany. Big header by Seibert. McEnany going between a couple more people. Ball still loose. If they can get that over to Goffinette, she's got a wide open shot. Puts a shot on it, deflected off an Ohio County player. You just wanted, you could see it from up here. You wanted that play to develop just a little bit quicker. We wanted to run down, take that ball, and move it over to Lucy Geyer because she had an open lane for just a minute.
Yeah, I think they eventually got it to her, and it's still a decent chance, but that window kind of just closes. One of those things you had to hit it as soon as you seen it. Unlucky there for Caldwell County, but good movement.
Goffinette with a big throw in just over a trailer. Gets it up to Littlefield. Ball comes back out, and it's Johnson, number 13 for Ohio County, trying to take it the other way. Good play by Goffinette. Ball staying on the offensive end for the Lady Tigers quite a bit. I'd say so far maybe a 60-40 game for the Lady Tigers as Embry tries to put the ball upfield for Ohio County. Goes out of bounds just in front of the student section. It'll be a throw for the Lady Tigers.
And like you said, on the attacking end, it's going very well for Caldwell County so far. And that's good to see because Ohio County has played just as tough of a schedule, if not tougher than Caldwell County. Wonderful ball there from McEnany.
Good hustle by Pookie to get that ball, but it goes out of bounds just a little bit faster than she could control. Throw in for Ohio County. We're about 26 minutes into this one. Just, Ryan, maybe a minute of stoppage time as one young lady for Ohio County got hit in the face by a kick by Laney Fletcher. It had to come out of the game, so pretty much on target with the time. Caldwell County, as we said, with that 1-0 lead. Fletcher with an assist. We didn't know whether it was Pookie that got the goal or Kaylee McEnany. They came back up the field, told Coach Miller that it was Kaylee with the goal. So 1-0 Caldwell County at this point. Left-footed shot from about 22 yards out by McDaniels, picked up by the keeper for Ohio County.
And those shots tonight, McDaniels hits it from a pretty good distance, but it bounces right before it gets to the goalkeeper. And talking about the field being wet and the ball bouncing really fast tonight, that could cause all kinds of problems for a goalkeeper because a shot that might be an easy save, sometimes it makes it 10 times harder tonight because it'll just hit as soon as it hits off the turf, it's hitting you.
And it's going to be a little bit slick with the moisture on the field. Pretty good little rain shower in Princeton earlier this afternoon. Field, though, in great condition. Caldwell County works around. Corner shot is caught by the keeper for Ohio County.
Good move there from Laney, skipping past two defenders on the far side.
Caldwell County doing a much better job, Ryan, than when we saw them last was 2 weeks ago, or maybe a little bit over on September 10th. Their passing and their first touches on these 50-50 balls already in this first half are very impressive.
Yeah, they're attacking much better than they were against Owensboro, and they still played good against Owensboro. Still got a goal against them, but they're playing very well so far. I've been very impressed in this first half.
I had Ohio County stats here. If try to see what they are on the season, I think it's a winning record, but just barely. Oh, 6-5-2. Okay. 72 goals on the season for Ohio County.
I think they're second in their region in goals scored, just behind, I can't remember who they are right behind, but 72 goals on the season at this point in the season is ridiculous.
Shot on goal just barely misses by Ohio County. Yeah, Caldwell County, by comparison, comes into tonight with 40 goals, now 41. So a high-powered offense by Ohio County, but so far Caldwell County's defense is up to the challenge as we near the 30-minute mark here in the first half. Caldwell leading this one 1-0. Goal kick played out. Goes to Ohio County. Now it's cleared out by Caldwell County near midfield. It's going to go over to Fletcher. Fletcher called off trailer. Gets it down to Pookie now on that far sideline. She runs into some opposition, and it's going to be a throw-in for the Lady Tigers.
And for Caldwell's defense to play as well as they are so far, Ohio County probably has more shots, maybe more shots on goal, but they're shooting from 30 yards out. Caldwell County will take those all night from a attack this high-powered. Ohio County probably pretty used to getting in good position, so Caldwell's defense is playing very well so far.
Morgan McDaniels came up, wanted to play it back, stolen away by Ohio County. It's going to be a foot race now as McDaniels tries to cover that one back up.
I think it's an offsides call on that far side.
And it's going to be Lady Tiger ball as Becca Seibert set to check back in at the next opportunity. We're going to check times for you. We're going to be back on with Lady Tiger Soccer again on Thursday night. Some discussion on what time the game actually is. KHSAA has it at 5:30. School officials thinking it may be 7. They're going to try to check on that for us. But either way, if you can't come to the game on Thursday night, check it out. And we'll be on with Lady Tiger Soccer as McEnany has it between a couple of defenders, but picked up before she could get it with a shot on the net. Big game coming up, Ryan, on Thursday night as Caldwell County takes on Hopkins Central. Of course, those two teams will square off in the district tournament. The winner of that game in the district will go on to face Madisonville and earn an automatic berth in the region. So a huge measuring stick for Caldwell County's Lady Tigers coming up on Thursday night in that game to see where they stand going in to districts, and hard to believe, not far away, just a couple of weeks away from that.
It is. This season's flew by, but Thursday's not an easy game by any means. Central's got a pretty good team this year, and I just looked the first game that I see that they won in the season was Fort Campbell 5-2, so same goal difference Caldwell County had against Fort Campbell, and I'm sure they played the majority of the same opponents being so close.
Yeah, Hopkins Central comes in tonight at 8-2 on the season. Pookie Trailer going to get a well-deserved break and a quick drink, but I don't suspect she'll have the time to warm up the bench very much. Rain holding off here at Butler Stadium as we try to get this one in. Much better conditions forecast for Thursday here at Butler.
I just want to throw in one of the losses for Central was against that Overton team from Nashville, Tennessee. That's Coach Jacobs' new team, so that's a little bit of a cool stat.
Coach Jacobs' team had a pretty good turnout at that Colonel Classic over the weekend in Hopkinsville. Caldwell County's going to kick this one out of bounds deep in the offensive end for Ohio County. It'll be a throw. Number 9 is marked over there by Littlefield at first. Going to put it towards the goal, picked up by Hagan.
Coach Jacobs all the way down in Nashville still has his say in the district.
And we still keep in touch with Coach Jacobs doing a great job with the John Overton team down in Nashville. Good slide kick just out from under the feet of Lucy Geyer. Hagan with a nice kick out finds McEnany near midfield. McEnany has a player up front, and Fletcher, if she can get it to her, tries to roll it back. Now she's going to have a couple of defenders. Looks over to Goffinet. And it's going to go off of a Ohio County player. Lucy will have the throw in just in front of the visitor bench. Hit it out towards midfield. It's Seibert. Seibert plays it over to McDaniels across the defensive line. That one's going to roll out of bounds. It'll be a throw in. And it looks like Embry is hustling over to take this one.
Both teams trying to play at a very high pace. It makes it entertaining from a neutral perspective.
McEnany with the ball, middle of the offensive circle, gets it over to Goffinet. Goffinet on a nice run this time, comes up, has some pressure. Kicked out of bounds. They're going to say it's off of Goffinet. Be a throw in for Ohio County.
Hey, look for Laney a couple times here.
Ball coming outside a little more as we get into the towards the end of the half, kind of stayed in the middle of the field during the first half of the first half.
Ryan, we talked about it being a very warm night at the start of the ball game. And you got to figure conditioning is going to play a big part as McEnany's called offsides on that one.
Yeah, the conditions sometimes in this game they do play a huge role because the ball, if it's wet like this, that's got a kind of a wet surface, the ball skips really fast, passes are made a lot faster, and it just it can cause mistakes on runs, and it can cause defensive mistakes, and surface could play a big factor into the night.
Physical play by Goffinet. She was hammered in the back a couple of times, finally got the call. It'll be free kick midway through the defensive end for Caldwell County.
And I mentioned it earlier this season, if that was a guy's game, the dude's hitting the ground as soon as he gets hit in the back.
Yeah.
So
the art of the flop comes into play.
Good play there from Lucy.
Ryan, we were watching the game early on while we had the technical difficulties. I won't say Ohio County's defense was, I hate to use the word lazy, they just weren't really into the flow of the game early. Pookie Trailer was really pressuring the defense early, and it paid off because she was keeping the ball on Caldwell's end quite a bit in the first 6-8 minutes of the ball game. So you'd like to see her continue that.
Yeah, even if you are warmed up, a player like Pookie, Alyssa Traylor, it's as fast as she is and as tough as she plays. Like I said, no matter how warmed up you are, it's going to be a tough matchup from the get-go. So good pressure there at the beginning of the game, and good for her to get that touch on the goal.
Lainey Fletcher taken down, no call. The deflection comes over to Cyber. She puts a shot on goal. It's going to be well wide left.
I like the idea from Cybert. They're a decent distance out, goalkeeper a little off of her line, and I think she kind of backed out at the last second, but still, I like the idea a lot.
It'll be a goal kick for Ohio County. Let's check the time here. Got to go back to the phone for that now. So we are 35 minutes, just about 5 minutes left in the first half. Lady Tigers still with that 1-0 lead. And playing very well to this point against a very offensive-minded Ohio County team. Now it's Embry with the dribble. Kelsey Adams going with her. They play the ball into the box. Bad kick. It was, I think she slipped when she wanted to kick it. Couldn't decide whether to lob it or keep it on the ground.
There's that.
The indecision cost her. McEnany spun around. Ohio County's going to come up with the ball defensively. They'll play it back into the offensive end. Gets away from Boyd. Coming up for the play was Hannah Young.
Yeah, I think we're treated tonight to see Kelsey Adams and Hannah Young against Ivy Elizabeth and what was her name? Carly
Embry.
Carly Embry on that far side. I think it'd be incredible. It's been very good so far, so I think even going into the second half, it'll be a good matchup.
The defense playing pretty good. McDaniels has had some good plays on that far side to keep the ball in and the possession back up toward Lainey Fletcher. This one's going to be played up by Ohio County well out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in from the defensive end for the Lady Tigers.
No, I haven't had – I don't really think there's one complaint from me so far from Caldwell County. They're playing very fast, trying to get the ball forward as quick as they can, and they're really troubling this Ohio County back line.
I like how Caldwell County has come in knowing that this team scores a lot of points. You're not coming in and trying to just defend that 1-0 lead because that's going to be a hard job in itself. As Embry has it taken away from her, puts a shot back on goal and finds the corner. It was a decent play. It was at Kelsey Adams with the chase, but Embry scores with about 3 minutes left in the half.
Yeah, Kelsey did really good early on. She gets a touch away, and Carly Embry, most high school players aren't going to finish it from that angle. It's a tough angle to go across your body to the far post, and she tucked it in right behind the post. So very good finish from Embry.
Left-footed on top of that.
Yeah, it was a wonderful goal from her.
So 1-1 now as we, as we near halftime here at Butler Stadium.
Caldwell County will probably mainly want that one back just because as close as it is to halftime. It always makes it a...
Cybert hits the ground, no call. Boyd able to come back with it. Ball deflects back to Cybert. Cybert across midfield, looking for McEnany up the middle. Ball played back to the defensive end of Caldwell County. Ginn comes up with it inside the circle, plays it back to Kelsey Adams. Kelsey with a big lob coming up looking for McEnany. The deflection comes back to Cybert. Cybert double teamed, has it taken away. They play it back towards the middle. Good play by, I lost her name.
Maggie Ginn.
Maggie Ginn. I lost sight of the number and couldn't pick it up again. Maggie Ginn with a nice play, but it's going to be a punt out by the keeper for Ohio County.
And she's one name we haven't said very much today, but she's been just as active as anybody on the field. She's had a lot of tough challenges early on. She's going to be a key part in this game, especially with Ivy Elizabeth in the midfield of Ohio County.
Ball still battled around at midfield. Ohio County player goes down. Lainey Fletcher's called for the foul on that one. It'll be a free kick just across midfield for the Lady Eagles. Pookie Traylor set to check back into the ball game at the next opportunity as we near halftime. Good play by Littlefield, steals it away, looks up for McEnany. McEnany has a couple of people on her, but a wide open Goffinette if she can get it to her. Now it's Lucy one-on-one, plays it back to Cybert, looking for the through ball. Goffinette with a nice run down the sideline, catches up inside the 18, shot on goal. Was a little bit earlier than she really wanted. She felt some pressure coming on that left shoulder. Didn't get all she wanted on the shot, and it goes across the end line for a goal kick.
It would have been an incredible goal if it would have been on target. But again, that's kind of the goal that Embry scored on the other side, a little farther out for Goffinette, but having to go all the way across your body to test the goalkeeper there is a very tough shot.
Ohio County plays it in, almost out of bounds. They keep it in, save it to the middle of the field. There's Ginn. Ginn plays it up to Laney Fletcher. Laney looking for Traylor. Traylor now has a goalie coming out, puts it on. Shot on goal, deflected by the keeper. Still inside the 6, played out of bounds. Let's see if that's a throw-in or a corner kick. It's going to be a throw as we near the end of the half.
Pookie will want that one back.
No, it's going to be a corner kick. I was blocked by the new scoreboard, Ryan. It's going to be Goffinette with the corner. She puts it in play, ball up right across the middle, deflected by Ohio County, right back out to Goffinette. She puts the ball back inside the 18, back to Goffinette. This one's going to roll out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in. We're in stoppage time now in the first half, 1-1. And Boyd's going to put this one down and against the wall. It'll be a goal kick for Ohio County, but a nice flurry by Caldwell County here at the end of the first half.
It is. Alyssa Traylor has been on the field again for probably a minute at most, and she's already broken through that Ohio County back line. So she's probably the most key player for the rest of this game for Caldwell County.
Coming up at halftime, we'll take a look at the first half and ahead to the second half, and also a look at our broadcast schedule coming up here on 1580, 103.3 WPKY.
Yeah, that's a cut cross right there.
Deflection's going to go to the keeper for Ohio County. She'll bring it out and not be in any big hurry about it. Punt goes out. Deflection goes off to Ginn. Ginn looks up to McEnany. McEnany open, gets it over to Goffinette. One touch back to McEnany. Ginn comes up trying to help out. And just a push off by Ohio County not called. I think in football that's termed a stiff arm, but
yeah, here I don't think that's allowed as much.
And a good hip check by Young on number 13. And Johnson goes down, Ivy Johnson down. And it looks like a Caldwell player also at the bottom of the pile.
It's like it's Hannah Young.
It was Hannah Young. They're going to give the free kick to Ohio County just outside the 18. No, they're going to give it to Caldwell County. I thought that was not the proper call. Caldwell County puts it in play. And there's a whistle for the first half. So after 40 minutes of play, it's the Caldwell County Lady Tigers tied with Ohio County 1-1. We'll be back in just a few minutes and take a look at the first half and what we can expect in the second half. So stay tuned. You're listening to Lady Tiger Soccer on 1580, 103.3 WPKY and online at WPKYonline.com.
Mexican cuisine, head to La Potosina Mexican Restaurant in Princeton or Marion. Maria specials are a local favorite you're sure to love. Or you might want to try the new street tacos. Tacos de asada, tacos de carnita, or tacos de chorizo. La Potosina is now open 7 days a week, Monday through Thursday, 11 to 9. Friday and Saturday, 11 to 9:30, and Sundays, 11 to 9. And they offer lunch specials Monday through Friday, 11 to 3. Be sure to like them on Facebook for updates and specials. La Potosina Mexican Restaurant in Princeton or Marion.
members, you know that noodles and things are right to enroll in outage technology. All you have to do is for each 800 as each for each. While you're at it, save each Red 700 in your first maybe to report an app, secure it out to run this app. To unenroll, it's super easy. Enroll safe and be ready to check URL electric next time you're with a hello, Gloria, law office, part-time or selling real estate, or planning on refinancing home loan. If so, it's aware that choice from which attorney provides legal services associated with the transaction. Our law office has over 2 years of experience in real estate law. We pride ourselves on being cost-effective, having a quick turnaround time. If you're in need of such services, call us today, 357 or find us on the web at www.getthroughsolaw.com. We are located in downtown Princeton on the east side of the courthouse. Advertise.
Back to Lady Tiger Soccer on WPKY. Dennis Stevens along with Ryan Frisch and John Miller here at Butler Stadium. We're at halftime as Caldwell County is tied with Ohio County at 1-1. And Ryan, just a great first half. Ohio County held scoreless till about 3 minutes left in the first half, so a good job by that defense. I think the keys tonight have been, one, the play of the defense has been great. Two, you've got a couple players, Alyssa Traylor brought the energy tonight from the opening kick. I mean, she has been giving everything she had on that side, trying to get up in scoring position. And then you've got Maggie Ginn doing a great job at that defensive midfield spot.
Yeah, Ginn's caused all kinds of problems for Ivy Elizabeth, especially in the middle of the field for Ohio County. She's pretty much, I think they're looking for her to create anything. She's good on the ball. She's had some really good passes, and she has a good shot, showed by her 14 goals this season. So Maggie Ginn's done a wonderful job pressing her, and she's put a lot of hard challenges in. I've never seen somebody put in so many, every single challenge. It looks like it could break somebody's leg. It really does, and it's incredible to see. And like you said, Alyssa Traylor, she's playing wonderful tonight. She's been the main one to cause problems for that Ohio County back line. And like you said earlier, you don't want to say lazy, but they come out, and Alyssa Traylor comes out firing on all cylinders. And she created a couple chances. She got a good 1v1 opportunity late in the half. She'll want that one back. But again, she it keeps getting in those opportunities. You're going to put one in the back of the net. It's inevitable.
Yeah, she really forced the issue and made that Ohio County defense wake up and get into the ball game. But the first 5 or 6 minutes, she was in a much faster mode than that Ohio County defense.
And Caldwell County's going to have to, they might try to do that as soon as the second half starts. But halftime sometimes a tricky thing. You can get motivated for the second half, but still, if you're not staying warm and you're not keeping loose during halftime, players like Alyssa Traylor will still cause all kinds of problems during the first couple minutes.
I want to remind everybody there's a big game coming up on Thursday night as the Lady Tigers will take on Hopkins Central here at Butler Stadium. Still not exactly sure whether that's a 5:30 kick or a 7 o'clock kick here at Butler Stadium. So check and see. You tune us in right after the local news, see if we're on the air with that game. If not, it'll be on the air about 6:45 on Thursday night. But a big game for those guys.
There'll be a huge game Thursday night, so hopefully everybody tunes in or watches the live stream. It'll be a huge game for Caldwell County girls.
We are about to get a boil water advisory for certain roads in Caldwell County. We'll keep you updated as details come in on that. So some boil water situations. I know a lot of work downtown been going on today, right in front of the courthouse going towards South Jefferson. Caldwell County has first ball to start the second half, put in play by Laney Fletcher. Caldwell County going towards the Washington Street end here in the second half as Ohio County will go towards the Main Street end here at Butler Stadium.
And Carly Embry could be a player just like Alyssa Traylor, as good on the ball as she is and as fast as she is. She can cause some problems, especially if you're flat-footed in the second half.
Lady Tigers have done a good job tonight denying Embry the ball. She's had not anywhere near the touches you would suspect somebody with 30 goals on the season, averaging almost 3 goals a game would get. But she's one that can score in bunches, so you can't rest on everything you're doing until that final whistle blows. Ohio County puts the ball in play in their offensive end, cleared out on a nice clear by Littlefield. Littlefield gets it to McEnany. McEnany wants to get it down to Traylor. Ohio County plays it back towards the sideline. Let's see who gets there first. McEnany in a battle, and it's going to be Lady Tiger ball. They tried to quick throw and get past the referee. Referee stops the play. It'll be Lady Tiger throw near midfield.
And both center backs just on that through ball there. In the first half, they were kind of flat-footed and standing right beside each other, but they're looking for Alyssa Traylor through, and they were kind of pushed back, just waiting for her to run at them. So that might have been a change at halftime, trying to watch those runs of Pookie Traylor up top for Caldwell County.
Ryan, it's hard to really give the credit that's deserved, but since September 10th, the last time you and I did a game here at Butler Stadium, this team has improved. I know they played some tough games, had a couple of tough losses at UHA and Hopkinsville, picked up the win on the last outing against Fort Campbell, but the team has just greatly improved at this point. Foul called on the field as Caldwell County is going to have a kick from about 25 yards out. Looks like Kelsey Adams will come in to take this one.
They have in road games, especially that many in a row. I think they had 3 or 4 in a row. That's always a tough thing. So they come out of it 500 with a win against Christian County and Fort Campbell. 2 good results, and glad to have them back at Butler Stadium.
Pooch kick in by Adams is picked up before Littlefield could get to it. So it'll be a punt out of the 18 by Ohio County. Angling it towards the sideline, toward the broadcast booth. And good block there by Morgan McDaniels.
Ooh, little.
And they're going to call Morgan for the block.
Right here, play the ball. Absolutely.
Ref says that the players were warned at halftime about that. So I guess not much we can argue. To me, a hip check's a hip check. Looks pretty clean on both sides. I didn't see the foul on Pookie Traylor earlier either.
Lob kick coming up. Hagan gets a hand on it. And Ryan, not to take anything away from Kate Manley, but that's a ball that probably only Hagan of the 2 goalies Caldwell County has gets because of her height. She was able to reach up, pick that ball out of the air, and bring it down.
It is a huge advantage, and you've seen the advantage come to life there. It was a good save from Abby Hagan.
McEnany with it, side of the foot kick goes up to Fletcher. Fletcher double team. She's going to dribble back, wants to go sideline over to Goffinet. Goffinet has it. Defense closes in on her, gets it up to Traylor. And Traylor had three people ahead of her. There's no way that's offside. She's called offsides, but there were 3 defenders ahead of Traylor on that.
Yeah, I don't like to disagree with the refs, honestly, but there's 2 center backs that are 10 yards behind Alyssa Traylor there. I honestly have no idea how that call would be made.
So the free kick goes to Ohio County on the offsides call. They put it in play in the offensive end. McEnany in a battle. McEnany comes away with it. They have moved Laney Fletcher over to a middle forward position. They get it through to Traylor. Traylor is going to be called offsides again, maybe?
I think it was again.
That one Maybe
a little more justified.
We'll give the benefit of the doubt on that one, but the last one was just a blown call, plain and simple.
It was, and still the ball through. It wasn't like Alyssa was 1v1 with the goalkeeper because there's two center backs 15 yards behind her. So a tough call for Caldwell County.
Ohio County now with it. They gain possession, put it into their offensive end. Ball goes to the side, giving chase is Boyd. And that's a name we haven't called a lot tonight, but she's been playing just as sure as she always does, Asia Boyd, with the defense on the far side of the field in the second half.
And sometimes it's good not to have to say a defender's name a lot. That just means job's being done before they have to make a tackle or something like that.
Throw in goes near the 18 corner. Ball still loose. Caldwell wants to clear this one out. And does all the way up the field. Two-trailer gets by her. She's in a foot race, though, with a couple of other players. Ohio County will play it back to their mid-back. Morgan McDaniels gets away with the push, gets the ball up toward Littlefield. Littlefield takes a shot. Good footwork by Littlefield. Snaps it through a couple of people, but Ohio County able to come back down with it. They want to work it to the middle, looking for Embry. Gets it over to Young. Young tried to clear it out, blocked. They get it back up to Littlefield. Probably the longest offensive possession for Ohio County so far tonight, as it stayed on their end now for about a minute.
Yeah, they're playing wonderful balls across the middle of the field.
Shot on goal, caught easily by Hagan.
She has very sure hands for this being one of the first games that she's played goalkeeper this season, starting out goalkeeper. Not sure 100% if this is her first start of the season, but she's played very well tonight.
I think she got a start on one of our earlier games this season, but I think you're right, two is it for her as far as starts this year. As we get a little sprinkle going on here at Butler Stadium. Score tied 1-1. And I'm going to tell you what I didn't do was start the clock. We're going to have to get a read on the clock somewhere. Try to work that out before we come back on air on Thursday night. Scoreboard's nice for the fans, but it's doing us absolutely no good.
I knew for a fact we'd forget one of the halves, so we got the first half, couldn't get the second one.
Ball goes out of bounds. They're going to call it off of Ohio County. It'll be a throw in again, quickly up, looking down the field for Fletcher. Ohio County puts this one out of play and towards the parking lot.
And Caldwell County applying good pressure again, getting in good positions on these throw-ins.
McDaniel throws it in right off of Ohio County player. There to pick it up, though, is Ginn. Ginn puts it down into the corner looking for Littlefield. It'll be a foot race and throw in to Ohio County as they'll substitute two players.
If Littlefield was already making that run into the corner, it would have been a wonderful ball. Good idea. Just unlucky to not be on the same page. We've had tough tackles, we've had loose balls, and now we have rain, so it could be a muddy one mixed into it. It'd be fun.
We're hoping it stays away until we can get this one in. Much better weather, nice fall weather forecast for Thursday night and for Friday night for football as Caldwell County's back home with a big district matchup against Union County. That'll be here on 1580 103.3 WPKY. We'll kick it off with the Coach Barnes Show at 6 o'clock, pregame at 6:30, and kickoff for Caldwell County, Union County Friday night at 7. Corner kick coming up for Goffinette just in front of the concession stand. She's going to try to put this one in play. Taking off was McEnany. Ball in play across the middle. Gets through everybody, comes back out. McDaniel's going to put a left-footed shot on just over the right corner. Nice idea by Morgan McDaniels to come up and try to clean that one up.
And you get excited. You see her running up for the couple minutes there, or the couple steps. You can see her just running up to get a good hit on that ball, and does hit a good clean hit, just gets it a little too far over the bar, and now Ohio County playing out of the back, plays the ball into the middle as Maggie again applying pressure. Ball ends up with Hannah Young for Caldwell County possession.
Light rain beginning to fall here at Butler Stadium. Good run by Alyssa Traylor. Picked up, though, just in front of her by the goalie. Nice kick comes back all the way. Kelsey Adams just in front of her on 18. And Ohio County kicks this one. It will be Lady Egan. No, it's going to be Caldwell County throw. I thought they were going to call that off of Caldwell County for just a second. Lady Tiger throw as McDaniels will take it just in front of Ohio County's bench. Lays it into Adams. Adams plays it up. And we talked about as we have the ball in the middle of the field, we want to mention these roads that the Caldwell County Water District issued a boil water advisory until further notice for the following roads. They include Blue Springs Road, Katie's Road, Cotton Road, Cravens Road, Eddy Creek Church Road, Etheridge Road, Hobson Road, Howell Road, Highways 126, 1272, 514, Joe Jones Road, Merrick Road, McNabb School Road, Red Hill Road, Rock Springs Road, Silver Star Road, Sims Road, Tandy Road, Barrett Road, Buck Road, Caldwell Chapel Road, Grooms Lane, 10334 through 10545, Highway 62 West, Madison Place, Matt Rich Road, Old Wheatley, Scott Cemetery, Stephanie Lane, Dulaney Loop Road, Penny Lane, and Hayes Spring Road. Again, a boil water advisory in effect for those roads until further notice. And Caldwell County had the keeper out. Who was that was taken down over there? Was that Goffinette?
It was.
Taken down inside the box, no call. We had the play. Now the referee's going to stop playing. They're going to call offsides against Caldwell County.
And that call there on Lucy, again, don't want to disagree with the refs, and I'm not trying to just down-talk everything and be biased, but Lucy Goffinette's running towards the ball, gets a touch to it, and then she's completely thrown to the ground with the ball not even near her foot. So to me, it has to be a call. And seeing some of the penalties that have been called in some of the boys' games and earlier this year, it's just as much of a call, if anything.
Nice deflection by Laney Fletcher. I like the change in the lineup, moving Fletcher to that middle spot up front. This one's coming down. Shot on goal is going to roll in as Hagan tried to come out for that one. And let's see if we can pick up that number.
I think it's
she comes across the field.
Number 9, Carly Embry.
It's Embry's second score of the night.
Good play there from Hagan. Comes off her line really confident. Couldn't get a touch to it, and Embry just gets the slightest touch through. Caldwell County can't drop their heads. They've got to keep their head up and keep playing the way they're playing, and they could get a goal back because they're creating decent chances of getting in good position. So they've got to keep doing it the rest of the second half and try to get back into this one. Ball played up to the Ohio County striker. Tries to play a ball through on the outside. It's going to go out for a Caldwell County throw-in right in front of the Ohio County bench.
That just shows the touch that the young lady has, Ryan, because it was a good job by Hagan. She came up and was right in front of her when she made the kick. She just angled it enough around Embry, or around Hagan, rather, to put the ball in the far side of the net. So you got to give her credit for a good kick, but not a bad play by Hagan.
No, she come out just like she should. Very confident goalkeeping, just unlucky.
They get it up to Traylor in the middle. Has it taken away, double teamed on that back line. Ohio County plays it back up. Kelsey Adams is going to control it and put the ball back up offensively for the Lady Tigers. Nice first touch by Ohio County. Get it to Fletcher. Fletcher back to McEnany. McEnany with a nice feed to Fletcher, and they're going to call Laney offsides.
Again, there's two center backs behind her.
I am just not agreeing with a couple of these offside calls by any means.
I mean, he's calling offsides.
And we had advantage. Why is he's pointing towards Caldwell County's end, but we had the advantage on that?
It's a 1v1 for Laney Fletcher, though. You can hear the fans cheering for a free kick, but it's a 1v1 with the goalkeeper taking the pass into the net.
You wipe that one off as long as the team has advantage.
Yeah, I mean, if like you said, there was a foul. But if you have advantage, let them play. She's got a 1v1 with the goalkeeper. You just stopped a clear goal-scoring opportunity to push the ball back for a
You took a goal off the board for us with that, but especially at the foot of Laney Fletcher. Kelsey Adams with the big lob. Gets in on a nice kick. And some poetic justice there as Kelsey Adams nails it from about 25 yards out.
That relieves me. I was getting a little upset. I think people listening can probably hear it in our voices. We were upset about the call, and like you said, a little bit of poetic justice there. Kelsey Adams, a beautiful shot from, I would say, 40 yards out.
Was it? Yeah, I gave it 20. I looked up. I didn't really count it off. Every bit of 30, 35 yards on that one. So a great kick, and she lobbed it. The keeper for Ohio County had it on her fingertips. Just that's how perfect that shot was.
Beautiful goal.
So in a matter of about 2 minutes, we are tied back up at 2 here at Butler Stadium. A through ball goes up to Pookie Traylor. She puts a shot on goal just over the crossbar. And a nice job by the Lady Tigers applying the pressure. Going in is Becca Seibert and Audrey Wynn, and I think you said today's Audrey's birthday, so...
Yes, Kathy McEnany again. The McEnany's helping us out a little bit. She texted me that before the game started, so happy birthday to her.
Happy birthday to Audrey Wynn, getting her first action here in this ball game. 2-2, Ohio County and Caldwell County.
And Caldwell's got to keep doing exactly what they're doing. Again, Alyssa getting into a wonderful position. That would have been a very tough goal from that kind of angle, so did good to get in the position.
According to what I can figure from the referee and then the stopwatch we put on it, as Ginn gets in a battle at midfield, Ginn's going to lose that one. Anytime you grab somebody by the arm, no matter if it's retaliation or frustration, you're going to get called for that. But I'm figuring about 26 minutes left in the ball game according to our clock. This was going to be picked up by Hagan inside the 18. Kick down the sideline. Coming up towards Traylor. Traylor tripped up on the kick, down on the ground, slow to get up.
Kind of watching that.
And she's got a little bit of a limp as she does get up. Now goes back down to the ground. Referee standing over her. And referee does finally blow the whistle.
And again, he gives Ohio County the advantage there.
And Ryan, Coach Miller had a question on that, as Ohio County had an injured player in that first half. In high school, these referees can blow the whistle to stop and check on an injured player. It's not like you're playing professional ball or maybe even college. I'm not sure on their rules. You don't have to kick it out and make it a dead ball before you check on a player. In high school, you can blow the whistle and check on one. Traylor walking on her own, but still with a noticeable limp as she comes off the field.
Yeah, like you said, professional, it's a ref can blow a whistle for it, but it's more of a fair play thing that they just play the ball out. And if you're the team that had possession whenever the injury came, they'll play the ball right back to you. But in high school, if a player goes down and there's no clear attack for either team, go ahead and blow the whistle.
It's safety first for the players at the high school level. Coach Miller went out on the field just to verify that. That was a discussion in that first half between he and the side judge on our side here at the broadcast booth.
No sense in threatening.
And it's going to be indirect kick for Caldwell County as Adams puts it into play with a nice lob looking up for Laney Fletcher. Laney in a battle still has possession, fights through one, but the last player at the last minute for Ohio County able to come in, put the ball back out, and it goes across the sideline. It'll be a throw in for Ohio County, but a nice run by the Lady Tigers. Again, going to be called for a foul there as she put the undercut on one of the Ohio County players. That one was as much offside as anything I saw in the last couple of times. And instead of the offside, it's going to be Ohio County with the goal.
Yeah, she's standing behind Hannah Young and Kelsey Adams whenever the ball was kicked over the top.
Which player was that? Did you catch it, Ryan?
It was Carly again.
Was it?
Yeah. Again, as quick as she is, the free kick, they were always looking for her. They actually said her name before she lobbed the ball over the top. So a little bit of Caldwell County not getting back on transition fully again. To me and you, look like an offsides call. But just if Caldwell County gets back in transition as fast as they can, that it wouldn't be a call to be made.
So Caldwell County is going to have to play from behind here as we enter the last 22 minutes of this ball game.
Which they did for a couple minutes earlier, and it ended up turning out well.
They answered very quickly the last time. We'll see if they can turn it around this time. Kick out to midfield, takes a high bounce. Wynn able to recover it back up to Littlefield. Littlefield has it taken away near midfield. Kelsey Adams came up, had it taken away from her. Now it's Embry down the near sideline. Puts a cross on it, picked up by Boyd. Boyd trying to clear, and finally does. Gets it over this way to Littlefield. Littlefield with the save from going out of bounds. Nice rollback move by Littlefield with a lot of pressure. Good job by Sophie. Gets that ball near midfield. Only to be stolen away right at the midfield stripe. Kelsey Adams now kicks it up the field. Embry takes it. It's going to be off of Kelsey, and a throw in for Ohio County.
Kelsey steps, you got to take the middle.
And Caldwell County with Alyssa Traylor off the field. She was the main pace up top, a lot quicker than that Ohio County back line. So they're going to have to, the other attackers are going to have to step in and play just as tenacious as she has to be successful.
Kaylee McEnany back to that middle position as Fletcher comes back to the near sideline. I think that was Goffinet or Cyber. I'm not sure which one took the place of Pookie on the far sideline, but Alyssa rubs some dirt on it and comes back in, and she'll be checking in at the next opportunity. Through ball being chased by McEnany. She takes a bump, ball goes out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for the Lady Tigers. Hopefully we can get Alyssa in on this one.
So the ref is
and we've got a sub. I thought maybe didn't see it. Lob up towards the goal, easily caught by the keeper.
I think he said my fault, so I guess he just didn't see Alyssa behind him.
Punt out's going to angle towards our broadcast booth. It was Audrey Wynn giving chase. Now again rotates around and gets back. It's going to be off of Caldwell County. Throw in for Ohio County.
Good cleanup play there. Maggie again stepping out wide to get the touch on it.
Wynn again with a nice charge. Gets it up off of Littlefield. Gets it back to Wynn. Wynn up to Fletcher. Fletcher has possession, middle of the field. Puts a through ball up, looking for Goffinet. This one's going to be played back to the keeper. And she kicks it just outside the 18, kicks it up the field. Dead open if somebody could get it for Caldwell County and make a run real quick. Nice play by Littlefield. She's been impressive so far tonight, Ryan, with her play almost like Pookie Traylor from the opening kick. She's been pretty impressive so far tonight.
Yeah, she's played wonderful on the ball. Skill moves have been incredible.
Free kick comes in quickly by Ohio County. I didn't really see the foul on that side. I heard the crowd a little bit. Put a push in the back after the play against McEnany. Referee's going to call timeout as this one's starting to get a little bit chippy. Good battle by McEnany, and the Ohio County player got a little bit of some extracurricular activity after the whistle was blown as McEnany took a shove to the back. Yellow card is going to go to number 14. That's Keely Addington, a junior for Ohio County.
And more than likely she was going to get the card anyways, the way the ref was walking across the field. But as soon as you start talking, it's like we've said earlier this season, as soon as you start talking to a ref, everything's going to go downhill, I promise. And
we've seen it not just in soccer this year, boys, girls, football. We've had some of those same instances this year. It's just something KHSAA is trying to enforce a little bit better, and kudos to them for doing it. I mean, it's a part of the game, but you still gotta know where your limit is on that.
I can't say I was 100% respectful every time I played. I've got a couple for them too. Now I understand what it's for.
Nice kick by Traylor, covered on a tough cover by Ohio County's goalie. Almost there to clean it up was Fletcher, but a nice kick at that bad angle by Traylor. Hey, Ryan, I'm sure you'll agree the trash talk out here, it's part of the game, whether it's basketball, football. You can take a little bit of it. It's fine. The players are going to talk. They're young. They'll mouth a little bit, but there comes a line that KHSAA is trying to clean up this year, and I think it's showing up not just in soccer, but in all the sports so far.
Yeah, like you said, if it's player versus player, it's kind of expected. If you, after the game, you still got to shake hands and say good game, so it'll be over with. But to refs, it's another thing. They're, like you said, KHS has made it where it's not going to be, it's going to be taken care of as soon as it happens, and I'm all for it.
Nice kick by Kelsey Adams. She puts it right down at the edge of the 18. Looked like it was touched outside the box. It's got to be outside the box as she slid up here by the circle.
That's what I was thinking.
No call on it.
Seibert in a good position to get the shot off, just trickles wide. But like you said, she pretty much slid. Even if she did touch it before she got outside the box, she still had a touch whenever she got outside the box, which would be a handball. And more than likely a yellow card.
It had to be because the circle outside the 18 is what she slid beside and still had a touch on the ball. Nonetheless, as a shin guard comes out of somebody's sock as the ball comes down.
I think that's Hannah Young.
So a bad break for Caldwell County there. 3-2 Ohio County. In a very good match here tonight at Butler Stadium.
How much time do we have left?
My calculations, we've got about 16 minutes left in this ball game.
That's a lot of time for Caldwell County to get back into it. 1 goal.
Boyd puts that out. It looked like it was off Ohio County player. And it finally was called. Ohio County's tried to quick throw him a couple of times tonight. But to the referee's credit, he stopped it, turned it around the other way, and it'll be Boyd with the throw from well into her defensive end on the far side of the field. Ball never comes in.
Throw-ins are hard on a wet day, especially those kind of balls. I think it might be a select ball, but they're very slick. A soccer ball is very hard to throw in.
Nice drop off by Traylor. Good spin move by Fletcher. Fletcher puts it, tries to go up through the middle. Deflection comes back to Fletcher momentarily, but she has it taken away. Now it's Ohio County with the ball, but coming up to clean that up was Audrey Wynn. Ohio County's going to kick it out of bounds towards Coach Miller and reset that defense. Throw in quickly in towards Littlefield. This one's played back up to Wynn. Wynn with a nice block. Puts the ball up. It's going to go out of bounds. She couldn't get a lot on it from that angle. And throw in goes to the Lady Eagles.
It's good to see the ball back in the Caldwell County attacking third as McEnany opening up, trying to play a ball through to Lainey Fletcher. It's going to trickle through to the goalkeeper, but good to see Caldwell County back in the attacking end. Hopefully they can stay there and cause a lot of pressure on this Ohio County back line.
Big high kick comes up. First touch goes to Wynn, but the deflection goes right to Embry as Embry's in a foot race with Kelsey Adams down the left side of the box. Nice stop by Hagan and nice pursuit by Kelsey Adams to keep that good angle and make it even tougher on Embry as she put the shot on goal.
That's what I was going to say. Kelsey, if she cuts the angle too close, all it takes is that split-second shot from Embry. Wonderful defending from Kelsey.
Good job by Adams. Makes the steal, puts it out to midfield, picked up by Ohio County. But there as Lainey Fletcher comes up, makes it tough. It'll be Ohio County throw-in. First touch goes to Littlefield. Littlefield tries to put it down to Wynn. Wynn back to Littlefield, looking to get the ball back across the middle. Ohio County with a couple of quick touches. And a Young with it goes far sideline. That one's going to roll out of bounds. Ryan, one stat that's remarkably better tonight than it was September 10th, our last visit here at Butler Stadium. First touches by Caldwell County, a great improvement.
And the 50-50 balls. The punts from Hagan and the Ohio County goalkeeper Caldwell's been challenging every single one. And like you said, the first touches on all of these have been much better than it was on the 10th against Owensboro. So props to the girls over these last couple of weeks working on that.
Ball goes off of Adams. Kind of a little shanky, goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw in deep in the offensive end for Ohio County. It's in top of the 18. Shot on goal is blocked by Adams. Young wants to clear it out to Littlefield. Littlefield has it. Nice catch by Littlefield, and she puts it up to Fletcher. Kick from behind on a slide kick by Ohio County, gives it back to them. Now it's Ivy Johnson, top of the 18 on the far side. Puts a shot in the box. It's going to be cleared out by Ginn. Giving battle is Alyssa Traylor. Number 2 is killing us back here defensively for Ohio County. She's getting a first touch on just about all of these. Nice lob over, looking for Traylor. It's number 4, number 27 in a race to the sideline. Little bump out of bounds, late hit. It's going to be Caldwell County throw-in just outside the student section.
And those could be dangerous over in that corner with the sidewalk, as close as it is. But like you said, number 2, props to her. Wasn't Jalen Anderson? She's played a wonderful game in the back line. She's been, like you said, she's been killing us in the second half.
Ball comes back up. Wynn giving chase as Ohio County gets it back in to the offensive end. Wynn turns it around, puts it up to Littlefield. Littlefield to McEnany. McEnany has it in a crowd. Wanted to make the through ball to Fletcher. Stolen away. She didn't get a lot on that one. I think that was just footing. McEnany down on the ground, tumbling with a couple of players. It's going to go against McEnany as the referee signals Ohio County ball. And it's Embry with the header. Whistle blows it dead. And it's offsides on Ohio County.
There's been a lot more. Possession hasn't been really on the ground as much the second half. The ball's been bouncing around in the air. Just some loose touches from both teams. And fatigue's probably the majority of it. And as high intensity as this game is, it'll probably keep happening.
I'm showing in the neighborhood of just over 10 minutes to play in this one. As the ball gets past Ohio County, it's Fletcher one-on-one with number 21. They force her to the side. She goes down in the box, kicked out of bounds. No call on it. It's going to be a corner kick for Caldwell County.
Laney's not one that goes down easy. It's going to take a lot of contact.
Right, that was not a flop. She wants to stay on her feet, especially in that area. It's going to have to be a throw-in, as it went to the left of the flag. Throw-in comes into the box. It's going to be played out of bounds. It's going to stay Caldwell County ball. This may be a corner. Can you see where it's kind of blocked by the dugout a little bit?
It looked like a corner to me. He pointed at the corner flag. The other ref on the other side is going to say goal kick.
And the referee closest to the action overrules. It'll be a goal kick for Ohio County. They play it out on the ground. First touch by McEnany with a nice lob up, but not enough on it to get over the head of the keeper. She fields that one cleanly and puts the punt back on. Tries to angle it and switch fields on the far sideline. That's Boyd for Caldwell County defensively. As Ohio County puts it into their offensive end, Hannah Young there for the Lady Tigers. Off the Ohio County player, Young again, left-footed pass up the field. As they control in the offensive end from about 25 yards out. Ryan, it looks like maybe fatigue a little bit for Caldwell County starting to set in. We're not getting to as many of these 50-50 balls at this point in the ball game as we did in that first half, especially and maybe early in this second.
That was a wonderful clearance there from Kelsey, cleaning up things in the back line. But yeah, like you said, fatigue kind of setting in. 50-50 balls have been favored the last couple minutes to Ohio County, but Caldwell County, they're going to have to get right back into it, especially if they want to get back into it on the scoreboard and try to get that third goal to equalize. Win
a little field out, Goffinet and McDaniels back in for Caldwell County. Time ticking away. Probably under 10 minutes left in the ballgame. Now shot on goal, gets through, and I think that's Miss Embry again with her fourth goal of the night. And I think that one got deflected off a player, but still was enough on it to get through. So 4-2 now, Ohio County. Bad break for the Lady Tigers.
She has gotten all 4 goals tonight, but again, they've still defended her very well tonight. She really hasn't ran the show. She's pretty much got to the final attacking position for Ohio County, so unlucky.
She doesn't rush her shots for a freshman. She doesn't get really fidgety or anything when she's in the box. She acts like she's been playing and probably has for several years, but she gets in there, knows what to do with it, and she's probably the best we've seen all year as far as looking at the angle she has inside that 18 and putting the shot on goal.
Yeah, having 34 goals now in about 13, 14 games, it's an incredible stat, especially for a freshman.
Lob over to Traylor. She tries to angle in. Number 2, though, clears it out. The thorn in our side here in the second half gives it back to Ohio County on the far sideline.
Even if you have 34 goals in a season, that's wonderful at any age, but as a freshman, it's scary to think about how good she'll be her senior year whenever that comes around. So,
well, just to put it into perspective for me, that's a lot of goals in a season because my daughter played and is still in the top 10, top 11, I think, in scoring in Caldwell County. She had 39 in her career. So this young lady has 34 on the season, still another week and a half to go before Ohio County starts district play.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that they've still got 5-6 games in the regular season and then postseason that those goals go towards.
So Ohio County back, deflected by Caldwell County out of bounds. It'll be a Lady Eagle throw-in, but I definitely think fatigue is starting to be a factor for the Lady Tigers here late in this game.
And when the fatigue comes, they're going to have to keep their head into it. If they start losing their head with a player like Carly, number 9 on Ohio County, players like her and Ivy Elizabeth, if you just lose your head against them, it could open up for Ohio County. So Caldwell County is going to have to keep their head down and stay in this one.
Yeah, 2 is doable, but you're going to have to get one fairly quickly. About 7 minutes left by our calculations here in the second half. Ohio County on the attack, cleared out by Adams. Midfield off the Ohio County player. Caldwell County ball throw in at midfield. They get it into McEnany. McEnany has it stolen away at midfield, plays it up to Embry. Embry in a battle with Ginn. And just some nice moves by Embry, was able to clear it out. Caldwell County comes up with a steal as Young goes up looking for Goffinet, taken away by Ohio County. Now they'll play right sideline, giving chase is Morgan McDaniels. They get inside the 18, shot on goal, low, and the pooch kick comes up, almost a sliding kick in by Ivy Johnson, number 13, looking for her first goal of the night, and good awareness by Abby Hagan to pick that one up.
Yeah, wonderful play again from Abby Hagan. She's played very well tonight in goal for just her second start of the season.
Lainey Fletcher, Goffinet with it. Now Goffinet comes away with it. She's chased by two Ohio County players, bumped, and the ball kicked out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Lady Tigers.
And again, you've said it a couple times, and I've said it. Jalen Anderson, number 2 on Ohio County, is playing phenomenal, especially later on into the second half. She really has been a thorn in the side for Caldwell County tonight.
Ball rolls through to Adams. Adams unable to clear it past midfield. Now she does, gets it up, looking for Seibert. Seibert played it off, looking for Ginn. Left too much room on that one as Ohio County plays it up. Now McDaniels is going to kick it out, and her dad lived by the saying when he did games with me, when in doubt, kick it out. So, Jeff, that's for you tonight if you're listening.
I like that. I might have to steal that.
That was Jeff McDaniels' motto for a long time when his older daughter played with my daughter. Ohio County throw-in. They get it up to Adams. Adams got up under it a little bit too much, popped it up. Deflection comes down, though. The Caldwell County is Lainey Fletcher still fighting through two people. Caldwell County spacing needs to come out just a little bit. They get it up the field, though, looking for McInerney. Now Goffinet goes over to get it. Goffinet does a good job, keeps it at the mid-circle, looking for a trailer. Now Goffinet makes her run, but Ohio County able to clear it back to midfield. Ron, I'm not sure they really play with a sweeper. They keep that line fairly tight, but number 2 is basically, in effect tonight, been playing a sweeper position.
She has. She's cleaned up anything that's went over the top, and she's even stepped out to a couple tackles. She's got a very hard tackle behind her, and kind of, like I said this during the boys' game this past week, size isn't a thing at all. No matter if your heart's into it, your heart's into it. But she's smaller than most center backs for a varsity girls team, and
right.
she's playing just as well as any center back I've seen against Caldwell County this year.
We'll do a quick time check here and take a look, but Caldwell's got to make something happen. I started our clock, Ryan, when the referee said there was exactly 32 minutes. I'm showing 28 minutes gone off of that 32, so Caldwell County needs something fast. They're going to have to get a back-to-back and quickly.
Yeah, they've got to pressure this back line of Ohio County. Good interception there from Lucy Goffinet with the pressure.
Fits it over again, but nobody home on the through pass on that side as Goffinet had worked hard to take the steal and get it over again. Throw in Lady Eagles. They get it up. Good job by Morgan McDaniels coming up and put the head on from behind, looking for trailer, but kicked away by Ohio County at the last second. Now back to Littlefield. They're going to switch fields, go to the far side looking for Seibert. Seibert has it taken away. Now it's Ohio County trying to get past Boyd. Boyd with a nice play at midfield comes up with a possession for Caldwell County. They get it back over to Fletcher. Fletcher gets elbowed off the ball by number 2 and literally elbowed off the ball.
I think you could see that whenever she ran back to win the ball back, she had a hard challenge waiting.
I think if that was earlier in the game, Lainey Fletcher would probably remember number 2 and keep that in her pocket for later on. Ohio County now offensively driving. It's Embry just outside the 18. Nice pressure by McDaniels. Forces her to get rid of it. They try to look back for her. Number 13, Johnson, takes it up. Now it's Embry. One-on-one, shot on goal. And it's Embry just having a huge night. That one coming with about 2 minutes left in the ball game.
And I think one big thing there, Hannah Young went down earlier on in the attack for Caldwell County. As you can see her limping back to the back line now. As Adam stepped to the ball, they just had a little touch through for Carly Embry. So unlucky. She's having a wonderful night, like you said.
Ryan, a one-goal game up to about 23 minutes left in the ball game. Looked like it. We talked about the tide started to turn a little bit. Caldwell County not getting to the balls as quickly. They have not substituted a great deal tonight.
And I think
fatigue, it's still a little bit warm, still mid-70s here at Butler Stadium tonight. Not a bad night. And you think by this time of the year they're well-conditioned, but they've gone all out from the start of this game.
Yeah, if you're watching on the live stream, you can see Caldwell County in the first half, they did wonderful defending, and the ball wasn't really being possessed by Ohio County, but now Ohio County stringing together some passes and having some real good attacks on these last couple of goals for them. So, like you said, fatigue setting in and everything, you can really see the quality of a team that Ohio County is.
We'll talk with Coach Miller after the game. Hope we can get him up. And Ryan, you get the honors tonight to talk to Coach Miller, but he's got to be pleased with how Caldwell County came out of the gate tonight against Ohio County, especially the play of Pookie Traylor and the hustle she put out. I think she set the pace for this team tonight and gave it everything they had. I think they're just basically out of gas at this point as they've fallen behind 5-2. Kelsey Adams trying to keep it away from Embry. Now it's Adams and Embry just outside the 18. Embry with the shot across goal. No good, but the rebound shot goes up over the net. It'll be a goal kick for Caldwell County.
And again, Embry, she's just as fast as she is, and Kelsey Adams did good to get in a good position to try to clear it away and just hit off of Embry. Still got in a good position to have that good ball across.
Nice head flick by Lainey Fletcher. Gets it over to Ginn. Ginn's going to kick that one out of bounds. She'll set the defense up as the Lady Eagles have this one well in hand now. I think that was actually the scoreboard clock going off. But the referees are going to let the stoppage time go.
Yeah, probably not too much stoppage time, but it looks like, on the far side, it looks like Hannah Young's still laying down. Kelsey Adams waving for somebody to come onto the field for her.
And this one in the final seconds. Hannah Young's played a well of a game tonight as Kendall Boyd will go in to check in for her. But you got to compliment the effort of the Lady Tigers and the improvement that this team has made in the last couple of weeks. It's going to set the stage for a good game on Thursday night. That's all there is to it. Hopkins Central comes in much improved, 8-2 on the season entering tonight. I forget who they were playing tonight. But a game that's going to have some implications. I mean, basically you're going to be the home team if you win on Thursday night. But these two teams are going to meet Thursday night. Then they're going to meet in that district tournament. Only a 3-team district here with us, Madisonville North and Hopkins Central. So Madisonville has the bye. They're into the championship game of the district and also punched their ticket already to the region. Caldwell and Hopkins Central will tough this one out and then another one in a couple of weeks. And where did we say that district tournament was? I think that's at
North.
Madisonville North. So that's going to be a tough place to go pick up a win. We'll see how they go. It's going to be a good measuring stick, though, I think, on Thursday night. If they come out and go from the opening kick like they did tonight, I like their chances on Thursday night.
I do too, and it'll be tricky Thursday because it's always tougher in a district game. Even if you're favored to win by 5 or 6 goals, it's still a district game. You play each other more than likely twice a season, so you know a lot about your opponent. You know what they've got, they know what you got. So it'll be tough the first time for Caldwell County, and then again we'll have to play Hopkins Central as the 2 or 3 seed in the district tournament in that first round. So that one will be just as tough, if not tougher. So Caldwell County, like you said, I think if they come out of the gate firing like they have tonight, it could end up on the good end for Caldwell County.
And a young limps off, able to walk off though. She's gonna feel this one tomorrow. She's been on the ground a couple of times tonight. She's been a very physical player for the Lady Tigers, and the defense did a great job out there for the vast majority of this ball game. But she's going to go to the bench here in the closing seconds at Butler Stadium. Referee will let him put this one into play. I've got to suspect that he'll blow the whistle just any second now.
Yeah, he might add on. Oh.
Embry tried to go around Adams, and that's an all-region player against what will be an all-region player. Gets it up to Pookie Traylor. Traylor on the run. She angles it in, puts a shot on goal, and just wide left as she tried to tack one on late. Good run by Alyssa Traylor up that right side. She does a great job angling the ball in when she gets to a point. If you were in basketball, you want to run your lanes to the free throw line extended and then start angling it in. That's exactly what she does here. She comes down close to that 18, starts hitting the angle towards the post, and just a great player. Caldwell County is really going to miss that one next season.
Yeah, and she's done much better this season about her runs and attacking minded players. She's having a very good season.
Shot on goal picked up off the ground by Hagans. Hagans will come out and make the punt down the middle of the field. Looking for Goffinet. High bounce comes up, controlled by Ohio County. And there's the final whistle. So Caldwell County played it tough for the vast majority of the ball game. Comes up on the short end after a big night by Carla Embry for Ohio County. She picks up 5 goals on the night. That's the difference tonight. It was Caldwell County losing this one 5-2. We'll come back and recap it and try to get Coach Miller after the ball game for the interview. So stay tuned. All that coming up. You're listening to Lady Tiger Soccer on 1580, 103.3 WPKY, and worldwide at WPKYonline.com.
Monday night, and the Voice talk about the Titans Thursday night on Pinnacle Titans tonight, presented by Yeehaw Brewery. Titans great bullet and Voice of the Titans might eat. You ready for this Titans game by discussing all things Tone Blue on Pinnacle Titans tonight, presented by Yeehaw Brewery. Thursday night, 6, right here on Radio 106.5.
Back here at Butler Stadium, got Coach Miller up here after tonight's tough game against Ohio County. Coach Miller, you seem pretty fired up. It was a good game from Caldwell County. Very, very big improvement from how they've played over the last couple of weeks. And last time y'all were home was the game against Owensboro. 4 goals scored then, and pretty much a height thing. You mentioned that after the game for the 4 goals scored. But some wonderful performances tonight from some specific Caldwell County players, but a wonderful play as a unit.
Oh, I can't. I mean, our girls came off with their heads down, and I wanted to just slap them all and tell them, get your dadgum head up, because that was major improvement. I'm going to tell you what the turning point was for us and has been right now. When we played Christian County on a Monday and had 4 days of solid practice, and that 4 days has made all the difference in the world in how our team has played. Not necessarily individuals, but how our team has played, and I've seen some different things out of that. If we can scoring and putting it in the net at the end, because, I mean, time of possession was 50-50 in that game. That game could have gone either way. We had two open goals that we just missed. We had 4 one-on-ones that we just missed. Just take half of those, we win. So it's a huge improvement. You know, we set a goal, and we learned really, really early that we weren't ready to compete with better teams. And we kind of set a goal in about the first quarter of the season that we need to get to a place where we can compete with a good team. We just competed with a good team. We won 50-50 balls. We did the things that we needed to do. I'm walking away from this as excited as I can be. I told the girls at the end of this game, I got in their face, and then I got up in them and told them, you need to be proud of what you just did. That was one more step toward beating Madisonville North, and we were 50 steps behind that 4 weeks ago. That's one more step to win the district right there. We keep making steps, we compete. We end up giving ourselves a shot at winning the district and beating Madisonville North, because Madisonville North beat them 7-5. That team has beat lots of people 8-0, 9-0, 10-0, whatever, and they did not expect to come in here and see the Caldwell County team they just saw, and I'm proud of our girls.
And you had mentioned that everything's improved greatly. Like you said, you're very happy with tonight's performance. You mentioned the goal-scoring opportunities. You kind of wish you'd put more away. Is there anything other than finishing those goal-scoring opportunities that you wish to improve on before the district comes around? You got a tough district game on Thursday.
We can always improve. But right now, I think I just want to focus on the fact that I'm happy. I want to be happy. I want the girls to be happy. I want them to see what I see. I hope they go watch the game themselves. I hope they go see what they've been doing and see how well they played together. We've got things we need to fix. We've got to figure out how to score. So I will answer your question. The one thing that I want to see different is when we go on an offensive push, it shouldn't be a person that is on an offensive push. When Alyssa takes the ball down the sideline and getting ready to cross, we should have 3 people in that dadgum box, and we might have 1 so far in the box. We have not seen that. You know, when I played, if somebody was taking it down the right-hand side, I was salivating wanting the ball at the 6. Get me the ball at the dadgum 6, and we don't have that desire to get in there and score like I'd like to see. That is probably my biggest emphasis to finish it. When you get to where you're competing with the team and you're 50-50 with them and you're winning 50-50 balls and possessions 50-50 with a good team, and now you have to take that next step into finishing the game. Okay, when we were at 1-1 at half, I told them, you have to finish this game. We did not finish this game. But that's part of the growing process. You know, when you get to where you're competing, now you got to finish the game. If we can peak in district tournaments, hey, great. That's where we're trying to get to anyway.
Well, I'll tell you, Coach Miller, right now I feel like I could just pick one of these brick walls and just run straight through it. You've got me motivated up here.
Well, I'm excited. I'm excited for when the girls work hard and they do things right, your coach has to be excited. That's just the way it goes.
It's good to see. It's good to see you excited up here, and hopefully, like you said, hopefully they'll come watch this and be able to watch your interview tonight. Thank you, Coach. Thank you for coming up here. Hope you have a good night.
You got to mention, you know, different goalie tonight. Got to be pleased with some of the things that you saw out of Abby. She's very inexperienced, but she gives us some height that we've been missing. Kate's been doing pretty good, but I just wanted to see what other options we have. I'm pleased with what Abby did.
Safe hands, too.
She has very soft hands, so when it hits her in the hands, it usually stays there, and I like to see that. She's got some things that are going for her. Her and Kate are going to be battling it out the rest of this year to see who plays. You know, I'm excited about that opportunity. We did not have that until today. Any other position on this field, if somebody I feel like needs to come out for a little bit and rest or do something and see what else we got, I would pull them out. We didn't have that. Abby gives us something that we can see what else we got, and that's going to make practices better. It's going to make everything better for us.
Me and Dennis were wondering earlier, the game on Thursday against Hopkins Central at Butler Stadium. On KHS it says 5:30, but in the paper it says 7. Do you know the exact kickoff time for varsity?
The schedule has been absolute bazooka all season long. We've had to change things left and right. I'm getting to the point where I have to call ADs and coaches before games to make sure we're even on their schedule. So I can't answer that question because I did not know that was the answer, that was a problem. But
okay.
One more thing that I'll have to look at. Yeah.
Well, sorry to stress you out.
No. I don't want us to show up and be here at different times. My gut is going to say it will be 7 because that's a home game and I get to do what I want. So I want it to be at 7, so it'll be at 7.
Sounds good. Thank you, Coach. Thank you for coming up here for the interview.
Thank you all for being here. Sorry, you're sweaty now.
Should have just listened to all that time.
And we are back at Butler Stadium. Great interview, Ryan, with a fired-up Coach Miller. He did that's the best. I think that's the best interview I think he's given us. He's emotional. He loves this team. The last time we were here, September 10th, he was to the verge of tears how much he loved this team and liked what they were doing tonight. He saw exactly what we saw. It kind of makes us feel good as announcers when the coach comes up and verifies what we saw. We saw a team come out tonight, set the pace with Alyssa Traylor, doing a great job 1-1 at half against a team that's putting up a lot of goals on the season, 72 on the year with a 6-5-2 record. So a lot of goals that they've scored, we had them 1-1. They scored very late in the first half. As a matter of fact, we set the pace. We played a great game tonight defensively. We held their top scorer almost in check, a young lady that's been putting almost 3 goals a game on the board. We held her in check the biggest part of the game. And you and I both noticed we were getting the balls, 50-50 balls, first touches, everything in that first half like champs. By the end of the ball game, they were just in better shape than we were. We were tired. It started to show up, and the score indicates that. 23 minutes left in the ball game. It's a 1-goal game. Ohio County ends up winning by 3 at 5-2. But a great effort by the Lady Tigers. If they come out with that effort on Thursday night, I like our chances against Hopkins Central in what's going to be a big district match. And I hope these stands are full on Thursday night for that matchup.
Yeah, and I'm glad Coach Miller brought it up in that interview. Again, thank you to Coach Miller for coming up and doing that. But he mentioned whenever they get one player on the attack, it's been pretty much just that one player and kind of hoping that she can get past somebody and then having a shot on goal and trying to score a goal. If Caldwell County gets somebody sitting at the 6-yard line or the penalty spot waiting for that ball across, they will be a very, very, very dangerous team. And I'm like he said, that's one thing that he wants to improve on. So I'm sure by districts we'll see a lot of goals because Alyssa Traylor had a couple opportunities tonight into the corner by herself, and it would have been a tough shot for her to score. She had some good shots, but if there's someone sitting there just waiting at the 6-yard box or at the edge of the 18 or 12 at the penalty spot, it could be a whole different ball game, and there could have been 3 or 4 more goals scored for Caldwell County tonight.
Well, you and I talked about that while we were having a little technical difficulty at the start of the game. We didn't have those players running that sideline. If you're playing a wing player, if you're up front, or if you're a Lucy Goffinette, or if you're a Lainey Fletcher, and Alyssa has that ball, if you're a Kaylee McEnany, you ought to be asking your coach to take you out as many runs as we had tonight, just trying to catch up with her and run and be that person for the pass or for the rebound to come in. And we didn't have that. I'm sure that's going to be a point of practice the next couple of days. I'm sure we'll see an improvement on Thursday night, and certainly by district time coming up, we'll see these players doing more of what Coach Miller wants. And part of that's because of his passion, and I love the interview. I hope people go back. If you don't watch the game, go back and watch the interview because it was a great job by you and Coach Miller tonight on that. But a fun night here at Butler Stadium, even though we come up 5-2 losers tonight to Ohio County. I think they just played a great game with a very good team that could make some noise in that third region. Yeah, and it's a very tough third region, but when you got players like Carly Embry and everyone else on this Ohio County team, they can make some noise in that region. It's got Davies County and teams like that, Muhlenberg over in that region, so a very tough region for them. They can make some noise. Caldwell County, like you said, a good performance tonight. Ryan, before we go off the air and wrap this one up, I do want to remind everybody the Caldwell County Water District has issued a boil water advisory until further notice for the following roads: Blue Springs, Cadies, Cotton, Cravens, Eddy Creek Church, Etheridge, Hobson, Howell Road, Highway